Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fable Table, an actual play live stream focused on critical world build, collaborative storytelling, and hating each other. How are you guys doing today?
I'm shocked and surprised suddenly for some strange reason.
Yeah.
Everyone go around the table and share one thing you hate about another person at the table.
Oh my god.
Do so now. Do so now.
Jesus.
Why is the top of my head cut off in the camera, Apollo?
The camera's got
Every
really...
time.
well, your camera A is really... Yeah. The cameras are kind of borked right now, but...
You want to just see my nipples from here down? Like, is that really what you're going for?
Apparently that's what
Do
I'm
you
all about.
really need my chest? Like, the camera goes to my head. I'm tired of this. I've been made fun of for so long. Let me help. Jesus Christ.
That didn't really help. You need more books.
It didn't. I need more. Give me more shit.
Or books.
Welcome to the How to Do It Cyclopedia. Something I just pulled off. This is not my property. There. Oh my god, it got worse actually. How did this happen? Oh, I love fucking with cameras and books. Guys, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good.
It's hot. It's hot here on the west coast of the US. It's like 87 right now degrees at 620.
Non-freedom units?
Yeah, let me Google that for you.
Oh, centigrade? I don't know.
It's like 30, probably.
No, that's...
It is 30.5.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, 30. So, yeah.
Come on.
What I'm getting
give me
in
a break.
winter. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good weather. No, actually, it is. It's still 30 degrees in winter. Yeah.
John, remind me never to bring up the weather around Millman, because he always asks, what is that in Celsius? And, oh, that's so low. Every time.
That's hot.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Like, I'm getting that at the moment, too. So, we're sharing the season.
So quit bitching. That's what he's telling you.
True.
Fucking Millman. Never lets anyone have anything.
No,
How
it's never
are
hot.
you doing, Nix?
Good. Good. Hanging in there.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm embracing my hate and making my coworkers also hate me by telling everybody that they need to do tests better for their software.
Based. I also like pissing off all of my coworkers and try to get fired in the most efficient way possible.
Based.
Guys, I had a lovely weekend. Last week, I met ApolloNik in the real physical world.
Does he have legs? We've never seen his legs.
He has legs. It's quite strange. They're well-toned, too.
Whoa.
Like, he's got some crazy calf definition. Well, put that foot down. Put a sock on that foot.
What?
We're not allowed to show feet on Twitch.tv. Come on.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we played a bunch of Risk. I did a bunch of THC. And it did nothing for me. It was kind of disappointing. But oh well. What are you gonna do when you're a big jolly giant who needs a copious amount of marijuana to get high?
Just eat it instead.
Right? That's next on the to-do list.
Dear
Then
God.
we're going to fucking
Shit ton of space
psychedelics.
cake. Nah, fuck that noise.
You don't like psychedelics?
No.
Why not?
I've seen enough psychotic people. I live in a ghetto, dude. Like, I've seen
very
enough
fair.
psycho people. I'm good.
But it's called Silly Cybin.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Silly Simon
It's just
for
so
silly
silly.
boys.
It is very silly.
Alrighty. Guys, we are officially almost an hour late to our game, so I feel like we should go ahead and start. So I got a question. What happened 2 weeks ago when we last played?
I can't work.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Millman.
I can't work in
Millman,
these
what happened?
conditions. Asking me to remember shit.
We made it to the robot boy. A big, stuck in the ground robot boy. We fucked around for ages trying to get into the bastard, and then our dwarf friend smuggled down his mouth holes, and then used a bunch of our Soulfire, and then got the got the drop, right? Like you got the item, and now we're trying to boogie back, and then we got ambushed by rat bitches, and it really fucking hurt. I nearly died.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's
about what
a pretty
happened.
good
Anything
summary,
else you guys wanna
except
add on
for, the part where I correctly solved the puzzle and they kept dicking around for like 30 minutes doing other things. Well, I just sat there waiting for them to decide they were done with that.
And we had a nope, that's the wrong word. Seraphon, a lizard friend, who we also called a skink, which just sounds really derogatory.
Oh, it's kind of a lizard.
It's a type of lizard, indeed.
And then we nearly got shiggity shanked by an assassin rat.
Shiggity shanked by a rat.
Yeah, we had our first mortal wounding, right?
Yeah, which we're gonna sort of focus in on as we begin our play. Any final things before we just rush on in? Guess not. Let's do it. Gentlemen, tree, dwarf, statue, you are within the Titan Works. There are lava vents, cracks within the ground itself, where heat is just shooting up. The oxygen around you is scalding. Everyone has this taste of metal in their mouth, but no more than Trackos normally does, I suppose, since he is a man of metal or flesh that is imbued with metallic energy. Trackos, you have been cut several dozen times by what is known as a Death Master, a Skaven murderer who coats their weapons in a substance known to you as warpstone. Now, warpstone is very dangerous, especially for, like, mortal people who aren't made of metal. But even to you, a Stormcast Eternal, this substance is deadly. And we're going to jump straight in, as you have now chopped this creature's head off in twain, in half, however you described it last time we met. And you, turning your sword into a cane, land heavily onto the ground. You are mortally wounded. You require rest. Your toughness, whatever it currently may be, is all that is keeping you from certain death. And as you all, your friends, your companions, whatever you want to call them, the soul binding, rush to your aid to keep your big burly statue up and around. Trackos, your helmet, glowing with a red light, begins to fade as unconsciousness takes you.
Didn't
Now, other two, Alara and Braga, who are not currently high on Warpstone and about to fucking die. You see in the sky Mads Mikkelsen flying his Arcanaut frigate towards your location because a comet of Casadora recently went off, and he was kind of investigating that. He didn't know if it was the Stormcast casting like celestial magic, but he's fairly certain the forces of chaos don't often use that spell, and is coming to investigate if you're trying to like signal him. And soon enough, you guys will be able to signal him and maybe get Trackos' help, but not before he loses his goddamn mind. So, are you ready, Millman?
But didn't Nick use a spell that removed my mortal wound?
No, he did not. There is no such spell.
I can heal you so that you're no longer receiving wounds, but...
Yeah.
What was the spell you did? Because I don't have it ticked, and that's what's confusing me. And I feel like I would have left it ticked, because I didn't touch anything.
I mean, I am pretty sure I just healed, gave you health.
Yeah, I think you're no longer mortally wounded, but the warpstone whatever is happening, right?
Alright,
Yeah.
let's trip the fuck out, boy.
It's time to trip the fuck out. We're gonna put away the Genghis Khan music. And we're going to listen to what is known as a burning furnace. Trackos, you've seen the site several times by now. It is a oven for your soul. A furnace which burns away everything but one emotion. Hatred. One of the more darker, negative, terrible emotions a mortal can fester with. You are made of the stuff. But dying, getting seared until there's nothing left, makes you weak. It has made you weak. Your soul, it seems, is not made for this process, where other Stormcast Eternals of your coven die and then get brought back to life with the hatred in their soul. You are slowly diminishing every time you die. And as you see it, the furnace preparing to walk into it once more, you hear something a million miles away, but also right in your eardrum, screaming at you the words, "Stokart Sairar!" And you're like, what the fuck? What do you do in this moment, Rarius Trackos?
Fucking lizard buddy. The lizard wizard.
Yeah, he's not there. You turn around into the infinite darkness behind you. Normally in this situation, you don't have a direction you can even turn. It's just, oh, I'm dead, time to go into the furnace, and poof, you explode and are reforged into a new body. But as you turn around, looking at the darkness, you see far, far away what appears to be a sliver of something, of light. Like a multicolored rainbow behind you, oozing out into the void.
Okay. I guess we go see what that is.
Yeah. Just by willing the thought, you're there. There is no distance you need to walk. You don't feel embodied right now. So as you just think it, your voice echoing in your mind, you see it. A rift within the void of light. So many lights waving and washing over you. And then you hear the voice again, repeating the one word, I suppose? Heimt, 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 over and over again.
I really need to learn more languages. Does it appear to be something that I can go to? Like, is it just light? Is it a rift? Is it a portal? Is it a thing?
A rift. Definitely a rift.
Of course it is. Of course it is, John. Alright, let's reach out for it. See what happens when I touch it.
As the thought comes to reach out, you watch, feeling your arm extend first before you can even see your hand, the turquoise gauntlet around your body. And as you touch the rift, it expands, it grows, and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, Trackos, until it is all you can see encompassing you. Your floor, I suppose, your platform you're standing on, is still the void. You don't see your legs, your feet, your armor, nothing like that. Currently, if someone was looking at you, it'd be like the weird Call of Duty comic of like, no head, no chest, no legs, just arms sort of floating in the void. Which is, I suppose, somewhat comical to think about as you see an ocean of light. Every single color warbling and moving around you. Bright oranges, fluorescent pinks, impossible combinations of colors. This should all be, if you were an artist painting a picture, just brown with how many colors are mixing and matching, but staying together, twisting like a flame. You stare, looking into the sea. And then you see him striding towards you, just full sprint, much like how you run, going as fast as you possibly can. A giant in silver, bare-faced, but missing meat upon his skin. It is just flesh pushed back against a skeletal skull. His eyes are gone, just the same coloration that you see around you shooting out of his eye sockets. Clad in silver armor, wielding a great sword as big as you are, comes a giant. Dracos, what do you do?
I think I stare, because I have the thing where I only have arms. I don't have my sword. There's not a whole lot I can do, but I guess I could fight him. Kill a man with his own sword. Fucking oath, let's go.
The thought about fighting in your hands, there is now a great sword. And as you think more about wanting to stand your ground and face off against whatever horrors await you here, you become bodied once more. You feel the lack of flesh, just the Sigmarite armor that has been cut now by warp stone, but you are here. It is a strong feeling as you stand up, knowing you aren't wounded in whatever hallucination you're in. But as the giant comes towards you, barreling across an ocean of light, there is how would I describe this? What is Trakos' greatest sense? Like, is it his sight? Is it his hearing? Is it his smell? Does he taste better than anything else that he possesses?
I think it would be his smell.
His smell. Okay. You breathe in, and of course you smell just the scents around your physical body. Ash, soot, that gross, pungent odor of dead rat and fear musk, and of course the taint of warp stone. You also smell the strange scent of seaweed and salt air, because Kalara is nearby. And what... Okay, Braga, what is your mohawk, like, kept up by? Is it this, like, weird ash paste? Is it...
Yeah, it's for sure. Yeah, it's a weird ash paste.
So you smell whatever the fuck that is, I guess. Just this most rancid, rank odor coming from Braga's mohawk.
Smells super alkali.
Yeah. And after that, you smell bleach? A cleaner of some kind? A oxidizer? That, as the giant continues to rush towards you, you're somewhat taken aback by, as all the odors just are washed away by his presence. And as it continues to thunder towards you, the giant begins to shrink and shrink and shrink until he is around your size. And he slaps full-bodied into you. Trakos, give me a fortitude check. I think that's the right word.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. Targets to
body
beat.
fortitude.
Fours?
I'm sorry? Oh, no, you need sixes, Chief.
All right,
this guy's a rocket.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Come on. Oh,
1. I get 1
You get
because I got
1.
to focus.
you have your focus. You are checked. Full on triangle check, as if this is American football. You fly for at least a good 2 or 3 feet as this creature slowly, oh fuck, he shouts out in a language you can understand. And Jon will turn down the burning for a moment.
I like the idea that no matter what language you speak in the Warhammer universe, oh fuck, is like baseline.
I mean, in like actual world, if you say fuck off, like I think it's like 98% of the world will understand. It's just that the way it's said and just used everywhere, if you tell somebody to fuck off, they know exactly what you're saying, even if they don't know a word of English.
Yeah. It's a universal phrase. Trakos, this guy bumps into you, continues to approach, helps steady you, and shouts, Trakos! I don't have much time, he says, emoting every word. Time is always an enemy, Trakos, never an ally to you and I, even those aligned against it. Listen well. Trakos, you're just being deafened by this guy screaming into your face, spitting into your visor. Oh god, it's just disgusting. You look at him as he just trying to get the saliva out of your eyes, and suddenly he is a living, alive man. Likely in his late 60s, early 70s, but still huge and jacked, much like a Stormcast Eternal. He seems to know your name. But as he is shouting and screaming at you, you see that behind him, in pursuit, is what is clearly a bloodthirster. A 50-foot-tall demon from hell, 2 wings, flaming whip in one hand, double-headed axe in the other. A massive Coronite sigil on its chest, ready to strike this guy down. What do you do, Trakos?
I guess I listen to him. Listen to his rambling before he gets cut the fuck down. Because he doesn't...
Yeah, this 40 to 50-foot tall demon from hell. One of Coron's champions. Favored, chosen, whatever you want to call them. Brings down this massive, huge axe that is meant to destroy city gates. And just slaps him. And you're like... That should have been a cleave. And you watch as the silvered guy just starts warbling like a cartoon. As if he wasn't hit. As if he was just like a piece of jello standing up that had just been slapped. And as he continues to shake his mirage metal form, turns and points at the guy, and he's like, "You await your turn, sissy boy! I'm talking to my son!" Trakos. What do you feel as you hear this man call you son?
Confusion. Because I don't remember my first life.
You don't. But your expression, your feeling, is definitely mirrored by the demon from hell, who does not really have muscles in his face. I mean, it's just a warp entity, right? And as it just, like, scrunches down and is like, what?
We're not doing this thing?
Yeah, it just sort of explodes into a wave of prismatic confetti as the finger that is just pointed at him, just lightning bolt, just whap, zap, and the bloodthirster is gone.
Pepper breath.
The man who is calling you son continues to shout at you, "Son, you must meet me where time cannot interfere. You find me at..." And then you watch in greater confusion as rather than standing in front of you, he's now holding on to you as if he is like falling suddenly. Gravity just going from at your feet to in front of you. He's just shouting. What do? Do you try to hold on to him? Do you let him go?
I grab his arms, right? Like... Just pull him in half. Let's go.
Oh
Yeah,
my
give me
God.
an athletics body check. You want as many 6s as possible, bro.
Oh, I don't have this one. 6s? Let's go.
Yeah.
1. I got 1.
Oh, you got one.
You did
Burn
it.
out all these ones now. 'Cause I've already
You have
gotten-
time to ask him
4.
one question before your strength fails you.
All right. I got this.
Three
I got
ones,
this.
a 2, and a 6.
I know, right? Like, this is not good. Where do I find the space? There you go. That's a good one.
Where do you find the space? That's what we want to ask him.
He said, meet me at the place where time doesn't matter. Where is the space?
Yeah. I need you to make me a quick mind lore check. Because he's
this
about
is
to
gonna
say a name,
Suck.
and I don't know if you will recognize it or not.
6s?
This will be a 4.
A 4.
Just a 4.
I got it! I fucking got it!
You got it! You got it on a 6 too! Oh, fuck.
Told you I needed to burn out those
Wow.
ones. Let's go. Hold my beer. I wasn't drinking it anyway.
Cheers. Cheers, Mill.
Good job. Ooh. He will tell you, very briefly, when the true moon eclipses the liar's moon, you will find it. And then he just lets go. Or rather, you let go of him. You blink for a moment as you hear the 2 names of 2 moons, of 2 planes, and then you are slapped by a hammer. And this hammer is none other than Mads Mikkelsen, who hits you outside your helmet and awakens you as you stare at your companions, who are now on the Argonaut.
Mads, you might have hit him too hard.
No. This is how you awaken Stormcast. They're literally made on an anvil.
I know this, but he looks very shocked. Tracos, are you still?
Wait, you can see through his helmet? Do you have X-ray vision? Can I have your eyes? He starts slurping as he thinks about having the ability to see through Sigmarite. Oh,
I think this is one of. I think I jerk. Like, I don't actually sit up, but it's like a compulsive jerk. Why would you hit me with a hammer?
how else do you awaken, you dumb fucks?
I think this is the point where I sit up, and I think this is actually the first time he takes off his helmet. Like, I actually just.
Ooh.
And then there comes the full, like, load mohawk. I think I wrote it down what he looks like.
Yeah, describe to us.
So he's got, like, no scarred face. When he died, he didn't get hit in the face, because obviously the helmets are good. Wear helmets, kids. But it's all of his hair, it starts at black and then fades to white, and it's like a non-kept mohawk, so it just goes all the way down. It actually goes all the way into his collar, and he has one sky blue eye and one completely dark green, leaf green eye, and he's just pale as shit. Ghostly white. He just stares at him. He's like, I'm still in here. Do not hit people with hammers.
Well, are you feeling all right?
No, I'm not feeling all right. I'm left-handed.
You were unconscious for. Mads, what's that? The strange device on your wrist. It tells time. How long has it been since he's been out?
"45 seconds now."
It's fine.
Wait,
Any more time you worry about, I don't know, what's the word? internal bleeding
Look,
of the
I'm
brain.
just saying, if he succumbed to his wounds, he would explode into a ball of lightning and just kill our system. We can't have that. If he's gonna die, we need to throw him overboard, right?
I'm good. I'm not dying. I thought I was reforging, but I'm not. I'm not dying.
I tried healing you, but it wasn't taking.
Al was not here. I don't think it was something that you can heal.
Maybe like a venom or a poison? Does it feel like it's passed?
I don't know. Lucky you didn't get stabbed with it.
Well, you seemed to have a knack for taking blades for Braga and I. We very much appreciate it. I think I'll stay with you for the ride back, just to make sure you're okay.
Wait, who said I appreciated it?
Well, one of us appreciates it more than the other.
Did you even take any wounds?
Oh, I didn't take any wounds.
No, last time you got fucked up.
Yes, I got wounded as well. It was a minor wound.
You start showing off your scars and competing with one another.
And it's just these big gouges in the chasma.
Braga is just like super jealous right now of all the scars.
For sure. A note about Trakos. His armor, Sigmarite, has not been breached before. You have seen people try to rend him with axes and hammers. He fought like 30 marauders, no big deal. But now, after being cut with this warpstone blade from the Deathmaster, there are major gashes within it. His armor is slightly damaged. For a warrior such as him, this does nothing mechanically, but the fact that a Skaven, a rat guy, could breach the metal forged by a god is, it's something, I suppose.
One out of 10. Do not recommend.
Very true. Is there anything you guys want to talk to or have a scene about before I sort of flash forward us in the narrative a little more?
I think when we're traveling back, I'm going to talk to the grass witch about what he said to me. When the things align, we'll know where to go. I can't remember. I'm really bad, alright? I don't remember things. The key notes that you gave me, gone.
I was screaming at you. That's
exactly
more of fun. That lore check will just be a me shouting at you, and me reminding you of what was shouted, of you committing that to memory. He said, when the true moon and the liar's moon eclipse, you will find it. Or something along those lines.
And
I got a little emotional myself.
It just sounded like your character's just you having a panic / like mind-altering moment just came together. Like, that's just you. I can imagine you doing that.
Yeah, I was really in the moment, Millman. Thank you.
Just taking a bunch of shrooms and just running at me. It's like, I moved away! And I'm like, whoa, calm down.
And I think that for the journey, I am like still trying to ask Mads Mikkelsen questions about himself and his culture. But I've also committed to hanging out with Trakos to make sure he's okay for the rest of the journey. So it's really like as he's just going by like a door entryway where I can see him, where I'm like, Mads, come back, I have a question. Oh, darn. Mads, if you could come in here for just a minute. Oh, darn it.
He's avoiding you because you're asking questions.
I know. Well,
You need to corner him.
Is that how normally people from this world form social bonds, by cornering one another?
No, but if you corner him, he can't get away from you.
Very well.
You got to pick one. You could be the nice person he wants to talk to, or just corner him and get the answers.
I'll try that.
Probably don't. Not until the ship lands. I don't want to...
Of course.
You know.
I said I would stay with you.
Oh, I get that. But, like, I can't fly this thing. Or can I? Probably not.
Well, once the ship lands, I'll have to sprint through the ship to find him, and then bind him with my kelp so I can ask him all the questions.
Well, he won't be hard to find. He's loud, and he likes to tell everybody things, so he'll be at the front of the ship.
Except me. He doesn't want to tell me things.
Based.
Braga, what are you up to?
I am on this awful flying ship again. I am suffering, John. I am suffering.
Yeah. You're just hanging out in the storage room, just like in a barrel somewhere.
Yeah. A barrel
Cuddling.
packed with blankets.
Cuddling the box. He just never gave it up. He's just laying on blankets, staring at the box.
A note about that box, Braga. I sort of rushed us through that opening sequence, but when you arrived, they had a container ready for it. It was far too big of a container, because they imagined the Aether Drive being much larger than what it was. But as you explained to them what you're carrying, they quickly fill that with padding that you were using earlier, and pack it in tight. Afraid that it might detonate on the ship or be a little bit, it's just a risky cargo.
So you're saying I'm having an even worse time because I don't have my padding?
Exactly, yeah.
Why
It's
you
an
gotta
awful
sue me?
experience for everyone. You all will travel all the way back to Hammerhall. Good old Hammerhall. Who doesn't like Hammerhall? Oh, you put a little green check mark next to the Titanworks. Who did that?
I did.
Good on you. That's so nice. As you find port in the... I think they're just called Aether Docks, unironically. You will land, stow. Days have passed. You may recover up to 3 wounds, but I believe we're taking downtime immediately after this. So everyone can go ahead and heal up from their injuries. Your soul binding, increasing your regenerative properties 3-fold.
How do I remove wounds?
Hit modify right below it, and then delete them like items.
Nice.
I still have 2 wounds. This
I'll
sucks.
just keep doing it.
Wait, John, I think you said we heal 3 levels of wounds?
You heal 1 wound on your wound tracker every time you take a rest.
Okay.
Continue to lay there.
If it's been 3 days, you have 3 rests, no big deal.
Okay.
And Mads Mikkelsen calls you down. Oi! Come on! Up! Let's go! We're not staying in port long. We have to be places.
He got his box. Let's go.
I got a box.
Helmet goes back on. Let's go.
Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen will see you all disembark from his vessel as you land, but he is clearly not wanting to stay too long. As he looks at you all, a small container will be handed out, both to Kalara and to Braga, and I'll just kind of look at Trakos.
What?
I want my detector back. Who's got it?
We turn to Braga. Give him the detector.
I'll go ahead and turn. Wait, no, actually, I do have it on my sheet. I will hand it back to him. I thought I had given it to the kelp witch, but
Where'd the lizard
looks
go?
like I got it back at some point.
Oh, the lizard's just hanging on to you. He's just like riding on your back. You haven't noticed him because he's so light. You turn around, it's just lizard heads like right in your face.
So, little fella.
He speaks Spanish at you.
I love how they're Spanish.
Eh? ¿Qué?
Quit.
Fucking lizard Spanish.
I only know enough Spanish from watching TV shows, so I know nothing.
Yeah, well, I'll turn to our host and I'll say, I've kept my deal as we always have.
He stares at you for a long moment. He looks to the box. He has extended his arm out, waiting for you to take.
I'll take it, yeah.
You can take that to a bank. Trade it out for the water this world peddles in. And then he looks to Kalara, handing them a box as well. That there be a token of friendship to my clan. If you find a ship with, and he points to his own ship's insignia that is just sort of hammered into the hull. You find a ship with that logo, you can ask them for a favor or a ride, so long as it isn't dangerous or stupid. They should, by tradition and honor, listen to your request.
Why would we ask anyone for help from your clan that wasn't you?
It's a
The
gesture
mortal
of
realms
good
are
faith.
fucking massive, lady.
Fair enough.
Well,
Good chance we'll never see each other again after this.
I hope not. I hope we do see you again.
Well,
Take the box.
Yes, I take the box.
Yeah, can I open this box?
yeah. There is a bunch of gold bullion in there, as well as paper scripts. They're essentially paying you off as a reward, because chances are they just never will see you again.
Gold bullion. I better get this checked.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's special gold?
Mads, I wish you luck with your not Urgold flying development.
Thanks. Look, I get it. You don't understand. It's fine. I'm not gonna get mad. Yeah, I'm trying to find this guy's clan. Or his, Caradron faction that he is a part of. Because he will be able to be found. I'm gonna have to look for it. It's buried in my Caradron lore. Something.
I think as you-
Skyward.
I think as you say Urgold, just Braga looks a little insulted. Like, you think these guys use Urgold? You think those are the same thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
we sell
no.
that shit immediately as soon as we find. He just quickly gets on his ship. The gangplank is immediately elevated. If you're ever in Barak Nar, maybe you'll find me in my workshop. And then with that, they kick off before the dockmaster is like, "Hey, you're supposed to..." Oh, fuck. Before it begins to fly away.
Listen, we're not responsible for his docking fees.
You just quickly take off away from this guy. You've met this guy before. It's the same one who pointed you to the old man. This poor dockmaster.
Bye, and just walk off.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome back to Hammerhall, the city that never sleeps, the biggest city, the twin-tailed city in all the mortal realms. What do you guys want to do? Is it time for experience? Is it time for rest? A downtime activity, maybe?
Oh, I'm totally
Downtime.
recuperating us some more soul flame. Holy shit.
For sure.
Very good. Let's get started. I will give you some experience. Guys, we haven't really been doing short-term, long-term goals, so John has just been kind of doing that on his own, and has made his own little experience generator. So, we've completed our scenario. Everyone, take home 1 experience point. Whoa. 1 experience? Is that it, John? No, that's not it. Don't worry, guys. There's more coming. Next up, we have we destroyed the biggest bad of the scenario? Yeah, you cleaved them in half. Good job there, Trakos. Everyone gets to take home 1 experience point. Wow.
You're welcome.
We now go around the table. I need us all to share moments, not about ourselves, but about our fellow players, of particularly cool or heroic moments. Who wants to start? Who wants to share a cool thing they saw their party members do 2 to 3 weeks ago?
I really liked when Rarius failed his jump check and just slammed through a fucking wall. That was amazing.
That was quite heroic for sure.
I was gonna go with the Kelp Mistress trying to help everybody and then fumbling her roll, and we all got negs.
What?
the failed spell check that gave us negative armor.
The negative armor check. Yeah, that was really funny. Holy
That was
shit.
super heroic. Yep.
Oh man.
You're muted, Nick.
I would have preferred to not bring that up again.
That needs to be one of the prime snippets of the whole show. It's just you're like, I'm gonna do this. Describes epic tentacles going into the ground, like kelp going into the ground to boost everybody, and we're all like, oh shit, it hurts. It hurts so bad.
Just got your
What was
foot.
the cool thing that Braga did?
Braga climbing into the mouth of a living Titan, like a baby Titan, but still a Titan all the same. It just seemed like that's something that definitely could have gone wrong. But fortunately,
I just want to say I immediately fell on my ass as I did so.
Yes.
Has a funny negative moment here.
Somehow that was the only thing to have gone wrong in that moment.
Okay. Everyone, you have qualified someone else doing something. Take 1 more experience point. And finally, John has the 1 experience per session. John forgot to give out experience. Because he's supposed to do that every time we meet. So go ahead and take another 2, bringing us to a total of 5 experience points.
Woo!
A lot of experience points.
Yes.
I was
quite
not
a
ready for
lot.
this many experience.
I'm so
I have put
experienced.
in the party note handout. Something references character advancement is on page 41 of the core. You can check that out to find out how much it will cost you to get a stat. Some of this could go to body or a mean attribute, which will help you out, or it could go to skills, focus points, training, stuff like that. Or you could get even more talents. Talents are rather sick, but it seems like Millman's good on talents for now. He's got 1 thing for every situation and will
Not yet.
never fucking die.
I'm going to spend all 5 of that XP bringing my body from 2 to 3.
Okay. Does that level you up on the ladder? It should automatically calculate.
I think. Well,
Yeah, you're at average now, right?
I think I was at average before, but I also have been manually clicking this. Oh,
Oh no.
did you just do that?
Hang on. Wait. Stop it. Go back. Let me try something.
Okay.
Yeah, it does it automatically.
Okay.
Your body is now 3.
Yeah, my body's now 3, and that should really help because I think that helps with. Well, I mean, it helps with a lot of rolls, including my weapon skill, which I only have 1 in. But I have this big fuck you scythe, so I feel like I should definitely like be using that more.
Yeah, for sure. Now your pool is 4 instead of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. Okay.
So yeah.
I really will be the weakest, even with weapons in the party now.
Man. While you guys figure out what you want to do, I need to run to the restroom real quick.
Okay. I do.
Maybe this is a good time to take a break.
Yeah, I think this will be a good time for a break because I also need to do that. All right, we'll be right back.
Do that real quick. Wow.
All right, we are back.
Welcome back, everyone. We are spending experience points. We are doing our downtime endeavors, and then Jon has news. Things have changed recently.
So I've spent 5 XP to bring my mind from a 3 to a, or from a 2 to a 3, and then I have 2 XP left over, so I'm considering a talent. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you put it in body.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay. Dope. Talents are great because you can learn more spells. Alternatively, you can do something to bring your dead animal back to life, which we should probably have a scene about, or go and hunt another one.
Yeah.
I think that is an endeavor you can do.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I don't know how badly you want another one of those poor bitter grubs to die, but
Oh, so badly.
Yeah.
I'm joking. It was the most traumatic
I don't mind.
moment of my life.
Good.
I
Another
need to
dead
have
animal.
1 training and 1 focus in theology so that I can take Sigmar's judgment. You spend your life hunting demons and heretics that plague the mortal realms. Your melee and accuracy increase 1 step when fighting. When your target attack is a demon or servant of chaos. What's that?
Are you trying to get a miracle? What are you
No,
doing?
I think this is just like a...
It's a talent.
Oh,
Sigmar's judgment. Judgment. When you attack demons and heretics, you get +1 to melee and accuracy.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Where is it?
Page 89.
89. I skipped it. Oh! Training and a focus in theology. You've spent your life hunting the demons and heretics that plague the mortal realms. Your melee and accuracy increase 1 step when the target of your attack is a demon or servant of chaos. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Definitely makes sense. Ooh.
It was something that I had to get a precursor for, and I'm just trying to remember.
You were wanting like wings, weren't you?
Yeah, that's on my to-do list, but there was something else in the skills. Like, in the thing, I was like, I want that. And it was like, you need this and this. I was like, I need 5 XP to do that. And I only had 3. I was like, God damn it. And now I can't find it.
Bro.
Base.
Okay, let's see here.
You should
There's
just
totally-
guts and become tougher.
There's a lot of talents. Oh my gosh.
Guts is insane, actually.
Yeah, that's what I took.
You're
Yeah.
as tough as they come, and your body can withstand more punishment.
Oh, here we
Plus
go.
1 toughness for each level of training and the fortitude skill. Heavy hitter. Experience in unarmed combat. Who cares? Hard to kill. That may be good now that Jon is bringing out the Chosen.
Sense.
Now we'll just
Ooh,
pick
who
somewhere
wants to
where
take
rats don't.
forbidden knowledge. Ooh, forbidden knowledge. Any heretics in this group?
No, we're gonna make the
there was
Inquisition.
one meme I almost took. What was the meme?
Demolitions expert. LOL.
He's gonna take Alley Cat.
Crushing blow. You strike blows with such ferocity that they daze your opponent. If you roll a 6 on an attack with a crushing weapon against a large or smaller creature, the target is stunned until the end of their next turn. Look at that. Look at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So many
I don't know
words.
where it is, but there is a thing where like basically after each time we do downtime, you roll a 2d6 against the DM rolling a 1d6, and as long as you roll higher, you get like 2 free times to say you get an automatic 6 on a check. But if they roll higher, they increase Doom by 1. So every downtime you get like
That is very
Oh,
high
boy.
stakes, high reward.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I
You
don't
crazy son of a bitch. I'm in.
prophetic dreams. That's what it is.
Prophetic dream.
No, sorry, that's the wrong one. Sorry, it looked like the right.
Oh, is that
It
in
had
the
2d6.
Champions?
It was in the Champions of Order one, sure.
Yeah. There's a lot. There are so many fucking talents, guys. Like, we could spend all day here. So I'm kind of wanting to put that stuff off
Yeah.
if we don't know what we want immediately.
Does
I've got my stuff figured out.
does my lizard wizard count as a loyal companion?
He does not. No, that is
Damn it.
He will not be joining you on adventures.
Man, I love my lizard wizard.
It's true. But he is going to be something after the downtime endeavors.
I thought about armor piercing, but that wasn't what I was looking for. I will find it, and I'll be like, "That's the cracked shit that I was doing."
There are extra miracles of Grimnir as well, if you want to get a Grimnir thing.
I did.
He's like, "I've already done it."
What'd you
Yeah,
do?
I'm getting the one that allows me to melt metal.
Oh, what's that called?
Serene.
Ooh, Searing Heat. Oh, man.
That's pretty cool.
I don't think I should take the bigger they are, because I'm always bigger than most enemies.
You are size medium, I believe. Or normal?
I'm on the borderline large. Let's go, boys.
You are bordering... Yeah, some would call you huge. You're
You
I'm a
the
big boy.
tallest man in the room, but you're still in that room.
okay?
Just take contortionist and just be able to fit into tiny places.
Sure.
Anywho, what are we doing? I'll figure this out later. I have lots of XP.
So is it time to do
Yeah.
downtime actions?
Really quick.
Yes, endeavors. We go to page 155.
I am taking a talent, actually.
What
I'm-
talent?
Taking Arcane Discipline. You have learned to control and shape your most deadly spells to avoid your allies. When your spell targets a zone, you may choose a number of targets equal to your focus in channeling, currently 1, to be unaffected by the spell. I like this because it reminds me a lot of the spell shaping from Dungeons and Dragons. Is that what it's called? I don't remember.
No, we don't play Dungeons and Dragons on this.
Yep, never played it before in our lives.
ApolloNik _
Yeah.
TV.
Yep, that's me.
It's okay. One day you'll run a 5e campaign. You're gonna fucking love it, and that's what you're afraid of.
Yep, that's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, okay. Well, aside from ApolloNik's crippling fear about 5e, can we move on?
All right.
Ready to do endeavors.
Yeah, I'm ready to do an endeavor.
What endeavor do you wish to do?
Forgetting the name of it because I've been searching through for the leveling thing, but there's one that's like recover or something like that. That's just regaining a Soulfire. And I'm going to
Soulfire?
recover by venting to my teammates.
I think that's called recuperate.
Recuperate, yeah, something. Sorry, like I said, I don't have the exact. It was just something along those lines. One that
Yeah.
gets back one.
You're gonna spend the entire week bolstering yourself for the challenges ahead. You fill your days with people and activities that remind you of why you fight. Tell us, what invigorates Braga?
So I think that right now Braga has some things on her mind regarding her teammate. And so she's going to, first off, she's going to invite out Kalara to go out and drink. All right.
Oh, shit.
And then when we go out and drink, Braga is going to, drink for a little bit with Kalara, and then is going to start bringing up, you really got to worry less about me and more about yourself when you're out there on the battlefield. My kind are tough. We can handle a blow.
I'm sorry.
Cute.
Oh, what was that, Trakos?
She's being cute again.
Dracos, you're not there. Fuck you.
Oh, sorry.
Kratos just like walks by our table as that comment happens.
I'm sorry if I have offended you in any way. On the battlefield from Gyron, I'm very used to supporting rather than being a main combatant. And my studies in the arcane have focused on supporting through bolstering the life force of my brethren.
Listen, all I'm saying is come here tomorrow and bring that big old scythe of yours and try to hit me. I'm telling you, I'm tough. And and during this downtime, some of the XP I spent is on shield mastery and a focus in reflex. So a little bit of that will come through training with Kalara here.
Okay.
I think that's appropriate given that my XP development was in body. So I do get to show off some increased strength as well. I think we both are surprised at one another's prowess.
Very nice. That is the recuperate endeavor. Does anyone else wish to have something as our party? Someone edit the party note and up that Soulfire by 1.
I got it.
Cool.
How much are we short? We're short by 2, right?
We're short by 1 now that I've done that.
Yeah.
So
How many downtimes do we get? Is it just the one?
Just the 1.
Ooh.
Well, in theory, infinite, right? But
We're just narrowing it down so we're not in town.
John will
fucking
just
around
increase
forever.
the doom the more we sit around in town not helping.
sure.
All right. I think I will. So what I wanted to do was use my. I figured out what I wanted to do, and it'll also fit in. So I'm going to be increasing my mind and my theology focus, which I think I have enough. Let me quickly double check. But because everything is at 0 or 1.
Yeah.
So, the game plan is to go and study my mind, recuperate, bring back that, like last time where I focused on my past and obviously trying to focus on my memories. Now it's to strengthen my mind so that I can do that better. So 2 XP for the attribute, and then 1 XP, 1 XP. So I still have 1 XP left over.
There you go.
Fucking look out, boys.
One more and you could get a talent.
I know, right? Shit.
Shit.
Okay. Actually, I might take a point in...
Oh, man. You have so much mind now that you have an accuracy of 1 instead of 0.
I know, right? Shit.
You can actually throw something.
Yeah. I'm going to take a point in dexterity as well.
Okay.
Training in dexterity. There you go. There's all my XPs. And I'll obviously work towards bringing us back some Soulfire.
Are you going to recuperate as well?
Yeah. I think...
What does that look like for Trakos, our boy?
I think I'm going to be seeking out some help because one, my armor is, got holes in it.
True.
And I think it's more like last time it was thinking about my past and trying to obviously bring that little bit of fire to why I'm doing these things, and I'm more like a mortality check, I guess. So like I'm coming to terms with this shit ain't permanent, right?
Yeah.
And seeing the old boy who disappears into the warp, just focusing on trying to figure out that as well.
Okay. You'd probably look up what those 2 moons were during this time as well. And you're like staying within one of the many Stormhost monasteries here within Hammerhall, so you'll definitely have access to information such as that. And it's not like a great secret. The True Moon, also known as Selenar, is one of the 2 moons that circle the realm Haish, the realm of light. The Liar's Moon is one known as Oleatrus, which is the one of many that circle the realm of Ulgu, also known as the realm of Shadow. You're not sure what it means for those 2 eclipse, because in theory they never should.
There's a will, there's a way.
Indeed. Notably, on the cosmic chart, if we go to... ta-da! They are on the left-hand side. Ulgu and Heesh are what causes the day and night cycles of all of the realms. Normally, they are never... even though they are right next to each other on the cosmology side of thing, when Akish has a daytime, Haish is just brighter, and Ulgu is like hidden away somewhere in the cosmos, and vice versa. So sometimes day and night cycles just last forever.
Sick.
Or seemingly forever. Like a day within... it's very rare for natural light to enter Shaiish, the realm of the dead, because of its proximity to Ulgu as well. So it's very rare for... it's almost in a ever-present twilight, almost. Yeah. I'll let you ruminate on that one. Apollo, you have an endeavor.
Yeah, I've been looking at all of the different companions you can get. There's one that is not in the companion area of like their different like little stat charts called an Efreet. And it might also be like
weasel things.
That is a Mastori, the like celestial looking weasel. That is a
Efreet.
Yeah.
I do not have it in my pets and mounts.
Yeah, Efreet.
Dapple the Freet.
With an E.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
Uh,
It is tiny.
yeah.
I'm still like scanning through. For some reason, the like word search is not great. Oh, a dappled Efreet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh.
What endeavor are you trying to take here?
So the endeavor is the same whether you're. I think it's train companion. You use that in place of, like if you lost your companion, you can use that to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, you can never get them back, but you can get a new one.
Thanks.
He's dead forever.
Yeah.
Over the course of 1 week, you can make 3 tests to train your companion.
It's the last paragraph.
Adventure, you can instead take this endeavor to bond with a new companion. This companion can be the same type or a different type, depending on those available to you.
Yeah. So Sylvaneth have 2 options, the bitter grub and then something called a quiverling, which is kind of like a little crab dude with like a stump.
Yeah, so a little crab with a tree on it that just has arrows.
Yeah. I don't use a bow and arrow, so it's kind of not really useful to me. So that's why I was looking at the ones that are available to everyone, including the Efreet, the Mastori, which is like a little celestial looking weasel that just prevents you from getting lost. And then there's also spirit companions, which I haven't looked at quite yet. I was trying to find. I got distracted trying to find the Efreet.
The Efreet I have at stat block here. Cold-blooded Efreet are constantly on the lookout for shade and water in the sweltering ashlands of Akish, where you are, Akshai. If an Efreet is allowed to wander, it will quickly seek out a source of water or hide in a cool area. A dappled Efreet can be prepared as a spicy filling meal by a talented chef. Oh no. Anyone eating incorrectly prepared dapple Efreet suffers 5 damage for 1d6 rounds. This damage ignores armor. You could take a companion, kill it, prepare it wrong, and feed it to your enemy. Give it to an ogre. Instant ogre farm.
Oh my god.
You're a monster, Apollo. Why would you take this?
I'm not. I just looked over Spirit Guardian and mechanically it is the best. Spirit
It doubles as a weapon?
Spirit Guardians? No.
We love 5e here, bro.
Spirit Guardians double as armor. Spirit Guardians are otherworldly entities drawn to powerful magic users across the mortal realms. That makes sense. Most commonly seen as fish-like creatures accompanying Ishran Tidecasters. Spirit Guardians can in fact bond with any suitably powerful magic user. They're capable of taking on many different forms to protect their charge. What the Spirit Guardian gets out of this relationship is unknown, but their protective nature is genuine, as the normally placid creatures often intercept incoming blows aimed at their spellcaster companion. And they have a couple of abilities or traits rather, but Protector gives the spellcaster an increased defense step on the ladder when it is within close range.
They're also ethereal, so they're already resistant.
Yeah. So
magical shit.
Yeah. So when you target my companion again, it'll have a better chance of surviving.
Hey, what's sad is if the Deathmaster hit that once, it would still explode.
I know. I mean, it's got no armor, poor defense, and low toughness, 1 toughness. So it's not like it's gonna survive much.
Oh yeah. You should definitely try to seek one of those things out, bud.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna use my endeavor to train a companion, and I probably hear rumors throughout the city I probably spend like the first couple days sulking about losing my bitter grub and wishing I had
Did you
that.
bring it with you? Did you recover its corpse, or did you leave it there in the Ashlands?
I think ooh. I probably did not have I would have buried it. That's not true. No, I think because I'm so focused on the circle of life, I probably would have just left it for like a rat person or something else to eat.
Damn.
Yeah,
The gutter runner in a slideshow comes back, the one that got away.
yeah, exactly. He's like, "Oh, I got something. I survived and a meal. Wow, incredible." So yeah, I think I just am very detached, but I think upon arriving back, I'm feeling like the hole in my day, the hole in my social life. I don't have that companion, so there's obviously not bitter grubs here in the city, and I like think about going back to Gyron since there's the big fucking portal here. I could easily go back and tame a bitter grub or something else for my world. But I maybe on the walk there, I hear some kids like talking about a spirit guardian or a couple spirit guardians in the city. And it piques my interest.
They don't say that. They're like, there's a weird floating fish that's flying around. And you like seek it out of curiosity. Find one.
Some guy named Crollo Lucilfer's got some fish. Hunter x Hunter reference.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, so I'll have to find like an image of one of these things. But yeah, I think
they can be whatever you want to describe them as.
Yeah.
It's totally a dory fish. It just has a dory fish flying around him at all times.
A dory fish? Like
a dory.
Like
Finding Nemo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were referencing it.
I can't remember what kind of fish it is.
What?
And it's just I don't know what kind of fish it is off the top of my head, but it's just always confused and it doesn't remember who you are. It's just like, can I help you?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Love it.
Okay.
Little blue fish.
Good shit. Everyone's endeavors are done. Everyone, if you have not reset your wounds, go ahead and do so now. And then we will move on to news. Are you guys ready for news? Welcome to the newscast. I hope someone's taking notes because this has to do with your rumors, your fears, and your threats. Excuse me. So, as we remember from weeks and weeks and weeks ago, things were happening in the world around Hammerhall. Good old Hammerhall. You don't hear anything about the Charybdis off the sea being hunted down by a bunch of Krakens. You do hear that one of those rumors about a plague, a new sickness occurring, has been halted. It is no longer talked about at all. And if one of you even tried or remembered to do a follow-up, you would discover that a local healer took care of it.
And the plague, that was over... no, that was in this
district of Hammerhall.
Right.
Indeed. However, one of your rumors has evolved to a threat. And we will jump back to that because it is paired with a fear. Goodbye, College of Hallowheart. As we all remember, Hallowheart was producing a spell that would make a location rain without any waterfall. It was a alchemical spell trying to actually get crops growing. Hallowheart is actually like located in a canyon and mine. It doesn't actually have any fields outside of it, so they're like, hey, this is a great place to test our magics. Big note about Hallowheart as well is it used to be the site of a Zechian sorceress cabal, or sorcerer cabal, that was taken over and dismantled by the Hollowed Avengers. I'm forgetting what they're called, but essentially a storm host that now resides there and bases their actions around that area. Is someone drawing on the map?
Sure am.
You fuck.
Fuck you, I'm drawing a rain cloud.
As we remember, as part of our fears, one of them was a Chaos Dwarden host was found in the Titans Works. You at least found a part of it and then destroyed them with brutal efficiency. Congratulations. But another one was talked about of a warband of chaos being spotted around the ruins of the Prismaticos. Someone can go ahead and remove the circle. While you were gone, and this is, remember guys, this is all heard about over the, time of your downtime, you're drinking, you're going around, hearing cool shit in the libraries. Apparently, a chaos sorcerer in the Prismaticos and his warband activated it, something that was just not working for over 1,000 years, and shot it at Hallowheart. A lot of people were like, well, that's bad news, because it already happened and nobody heard about it, and everyone thought the Prismaticos could not fire again, so no one was guarding it. But it fired. It discharged a massive, huge beam of Hessian light towards the city. It could have destroyed, or at least seriously damaged, the mountainous walls around it, but it hit the rain cloud instead. Now, this is good, I suppose, because the rain cloud and its water refracted the light and made it like a shotgun instead of a nuclear blast. And just sort of harmlessly struck the side of a mountain the Prismaticos was facing. However, the rain spell has now become an endless spell. The rain will not stop. It's currently outside of the city, that is famed for mining realmstone, the most precious material in this entire realm. But no one really knows.
I'm sorry, but that's Urgold. I mean, what?
Fuck you. Your god is worth less than Realmstone. But yeah. Now there's just this endless storm that has no sign of abating. People are terrified of getting close to it because the lightning is supercharged with literal light. That's all just kind of fucked now.
I mean, at least they have lots of water.
They have lots of water, and they're afraid it's going to sink the city.
Build a moat.
There are several thousand people in Dwarden communities who are living down below there, mining the stone. There's a Stormcast Eternal Warband as well, who were in Hallowheart, and then immediately went to the Prismaticos to take it down, or to garrison it, so that this shit wouldn't happen again. But after firing, the warband fled. Like, they assumed their job was done. They did not do a follow-up attack on Hallowheart. It literally fired, hit the storm, and now it's just raining in Hallowheart. I'm loving the art. This is actually really good looking.
Thanks. I'm not as good as Andy, but I do my best.
I get you. So yeah, that's what happened. Please increase Doom by 1.
No.
Do it.
Okay, fine.
I got you. I got you, boss.
All right. Yeah.
And then this is a threat.
Yes, this is indeed a threat. You could call it Hallowheart Rainstorm. You can call it the Prismaticos Lightning Doom Hickey. Who cares? But that is what it is referring to. Next follow-up. There was a soothsayer princess that got inquisitored by the Lord Arcanum Firestrike. After the brief investigation to see if she was corrupted by Zechian forces or had lost her mind, she has been cleared of that suspicion. And the Lord Arcanum, knowing that even whispering such things could end someone's entire career and get them burned at the stake, did a public declaration clearing her of corruption. That, of course, brings a curious statement of, okay, she's not corrupted by the guy who gives everyone doom omens and whatnot. So was her omen legit about the realm gate failing in the near future? And the Lord Arcanum has not made a comment on such questions.
The Lord Arcanum was asked for comment, but declined to offer any sort of insight into what he is thinking.
Channel 4 News reporting. Yeah.
Well,
that is it for news.
Now Anvil Guard.
New things?
The Anvil Guard is where the Kraken was, right?
No Kraken.
Well, we had heard a
Charybdis.
rumor about it, right? Oh, Charybdis?
Yep.
Where is that?
It's like a water hydra or an ocean hydra.
Oh. Okay.
And that's still on the rumor thing, or is that a fear?
That is a rumor. And honestly, not the biggest concern.
All right. Let's see if I can draw a little Hydra.
Was there any new rumors of things that we need to sort out?
More of the same old, day old, what do you call it? Warband X in location Y. Let's find out about the local problems. Kavul is still around for now. There has not been a follow-up on Kavul. Something Sorrow Peaks. Yeah, I mean, it's only been like 8 days since Kavul. 9, 12? 12 days since you left Kavul. So not really, no.
Well, by the end of arrest, it must have been at least 14.
Oh, true. Yeah. Nothing around your immediate area of explicit note. There's always the rumors of like, oh, there's an orc warband in the Sorrow Peaks. Or have you heard about what's happened in Odessa lately?
No, pray tell.
My daughter, have you met my son? Just more NPC dialogue.
Please meet my son. He's single.
I hear you're a tree.
Really? Where'd you hear that? Definitely not a Hydra, but I've drawn a serpent in the water.
Very nice.
It looks
Just make a bunch of those, and you've essentially got it right.
It looks terrible.
There was a particularly large one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, party. We have freed up. Titan works. Done. We haven't turned in our gold bullion yet. Are we wanting to do that?
I need to find, I forget who they are, what they're the name of the group of people. They can double check to make sure this isn't special gold before I turn it.
It is not special.
Excuse me,
gold.
I need to see if I check if this is my god before I check.
You can tell.
I figured
it's
it
not
wouldn't.
the bones of your god.
Okay, you say so.
He wouldn't give you that for just fetching him a box.
Yeah, you would know that shit.
Yeah, it's probably just good. Good. What's the... Always got to check. No.
Sure.
But yeah, let's get turn gold into water.
Yeah, you go to the local bank. Something Golden Grots. No. You head to the local bank. They pull out some scales, some weights, and you find there is 1,600 droplets worth of cash in this box. Treasures. They're like, oh wow. You quickly can convert them into spheres. You can confirm them via the local bank, and get you some good old magic water.
Sheesh.
Indeed. Quite a haul. They busted out in a keg.
Wow.
Or a sphere, or droplets, or vials, however you want to call it. But you've got quite a bit of spending money. Turns out the Caradron are rich as fuck.
That's how much drops I have.
Wow, the holy number of 8.
Damn.
Chaos is pleased.
Sick.
My
How'd you
number
do
to
that?
add to isn't as impressive. I had 15.
I'm just imagining the bankers are just like, so, would you all like to invest? There's a large number of city projects and businesses that we could hook you up with.
This is a English-based game. We don't do that everywhere else in the world.
Very, very true.
So that's why orcs sound like Englishmen.
Cogni. Cogni. Let me go ahead and find our... We had a new friend. His name, the Lizard Man, which none of you managed to get because none of you
Juan?
can even try to understand this dumb fuck. This lizard speaking Spanish. Goes ahead and mostly sticks with Millman. Tracos. Although he is not the most loyal of companions, he is using you, trying to figure out a way of getting home or in contact with his starfaring people. For the Seraphon are technically allies of Sigmar, and although it is very strange for one of them to be wandering out on their own, they have many machinations and ways of contacting each other.
Have we not seen any Seraphon in
No, they do not live in cities, especially with other races. They live in floating ziggurats, temples, and the like in space. That, or they are wild creatures who live in the wilderness of the mortal planes that strike out in mass after creating colonies. They're very Tyranid-esque, but also anti-demon demons. It's quite strange, the lives of these reptilians. John needs to see if he is able to find someone to contact home.
I want to learn his language.
Can you grow a scaly mouth and a forked tongue?
I can give it a go.
You could. That is 4 4s.
can always have you reforged.
So he needs 2 more. Oh my god, this guy is made of successes. Holy shit. While skulking around like your monastery and shrine, this little scamp gets into a little bit of trouble as he breaks into one of your sigillets. No, that's not what they're called. Azurite, Celestial, Tempest, Astrals. No, wrong page. So Sigmar and his Stormcast Eternals are all about the lore of heavens, and so are the Seraphon as well. So he essentially is going to find one of your sorcerers, like libraries, steal their arcane focus because he does not have a concept of property rights, nor does he care about what is right or wrong. An incantor, that is what they are called. And then cast a spell. This spell will cause a bit of a stir because no one expected it. And it just sort of creates a vortex that shoots upwards into the sky like a beacon. And it's just this little mode of light that goes up and up and up into the city. And everyone's
He's
like, what the fuck
phoning
is that?
home.
Yeah, he is phoning home.
E.T., bro, fist me. I'll miss you.
But that was his endeavor for this week. So he's still technically with the party, question mark? Or is running around just being a thief?
What a boss.
Anything you guys want to do with this guy before he
I
fucks
will
off?
keep a hold of him, and I want to just get to know my sweet lizard wizard, so that when he comes back, he can come and help a brother out.
Habla Española. He asked you.
So weird.
No.
You say no softly. He just
No.
pats your metallic hide.
I will miss you,
Okay.
sweet lizard wizard.
Your sweet wizard. In the meantime, before that gets resolved, do you guys have anything you wish to talk about or do? We need to discuss where you guys plan to head. There's a lot of irons in your fire.
A lot of fire in our irons.
Do we
No,
wanna
I
go and-
prefer to put the fire in the gold, actually.
Do we want to go and check out something that's still circled? Or is it just things that don't require us anymore? What was the big thing that we were like, nope, we're going that way?
I mean, Prismaticos is done with, right? If you look at what's circled, right? That's done with. The Titan Works, we were just there, right? So we have... Basically, we could go hunt sea monsters or deal with the threat in Hollowheart in one way or another.
Is there nothing else that we can do? Because I really don't. I don't swim, and I don't feel like lightning and a metal body go together very well.
Bright Spear is an option.
That's right.
You have some things in Bright Spear that at least two of you.
Yeah, I think there's some other fuck, what are the tree people called? Sylvaneth. There's more Sylvaneth out there. On some island past Brightspear. I think that's part of my background.
Well, you confirm that real quick.
I will do that right now.
Wow, Millman texts his pizza delivery place.
Nope.
to-
Texting the missus because she's like
Yes.
harassing me.
Yeah, there is a clan of Gnarlroot Sylvaneth that reside on the island of Green near Brightspear.
All right, to Bright Spear we go. Do we have enough
Just
for a
gonna-
carriage yet?
I
Carriage?
don't
We're never going to get there by carriage. The problem is...
unless there's a bridge somewhere like right there it is like I guess we could go through the kindling forest.
Yeah,
That's
it's fine.
It'll literally
perpetually
be 3 years for us to get there by carriage. We need to use the carriage on the connections that we made to get there if we want to.
Yeah.
There's
Fine. I
no
thought you
other way.
hated flying, but I
do.
I guess we can go on footage. All right, let's go.
To be
Let's
fair,
go find a ship.
it's only like 350 feet.
Yeah,
That's
like I can run that in 3 turns.
Yeah, we'll go. We have the box, the symbol that was on the box, or in the box, or on the side of the box, or next to the box.
like-
I open the box and there's an insignia. I'm like, this is what he's talking about. It's not the box.
Oh, I'm so glad you understood, Trakos. I thought we would just have to give the box to someone.
No, you keep the symbol and you show people the symbol, and then they'll talk to us.
I see. Well, You seem to know what's going on with the insignia, so you do the showing. I'll do the talking.
Okay. We go to the docks. Is there a boat with that symbol on it?
Looking. Uno momento. Okay. Everybody, roll me a 1d6.
I win.
One.
Oh.
High five, broski.
Kalara, you are going to find many a curiosity here within Hammerhall's Aether docks. As we all know, that there is these tendrils of magical essence that run from the oceans of the world into the sky, just sort of defying physics and being neat to look at. Like, there are ships that just ride on those water flows.
Right. I remember this.
There are submarines that go through them. There are other airships that ignore them entirely and are actually having to dodge them actively, or they will fall down and die. There are like sea life that just go in and out of these tendrils of water. And you are quite distracted by this because your spirit guardian loves them. They love diving into them. They love seeing what's there. You will occasionally also find a washed up goblin or grot that just sort of falls down from them, having been drowned recently in a border conflict or a coastal engagement. It's quite
Burn the
depressing.
grots. We don't want orcs growing here.
Yeah, don't go grot mode. You kick it out. But try as you might, looking for a Caradron Overlord ship, at least one that will listen to you, or that has the same insignia, you do not find one for several days. Time continues to pass, bleh. And Trakos, Braga, what are you two doing? Because clearly you are not helping in this search for a ship.
I think I'm just like talking shit about the last guy. Did you see how like that guy thought that all I cared about was the money? He handed the money to me and gave the insignia to her. Like, yeah. They're truly miserable people. Can't even see the good in others. I mean,
Trakos, how are you shit talking the Caradron?
I'm not sure. I'm like, I guess it would be just like, is it really? Would you say that is suitable for me to stand on? Like, look at it. Like, if I stand on that, it's gonna crash, right? Like, it can't sustain somebody like me. It's not suitable. That's my shit talk right there.
You just make fun of their structures and their building abilities.
Just like,
they ain't got nearly enough Aether Gold for this.
Actually, I was looking up, can humans eat orcs? And apparently they're not vegan friendly, though they are mushrooms. They're technically animals and they are not vegan. But they do apparently
meat, and they do
taste like mushroom sauce. Yeah.
Orcs have red blood, surprisingly enough.
But, yeah, no, I was just looking up, can humans eat them? Yes. Yes, we can eat them, but they don't count as vegan, even though they're mushroom people.
Unfortunate.
Oh, by Space Marines. That's
shingles of a roof.
Okay.
Horrible shingles.
Apparently.
Where are you drawing these shingles? I'm looking.
Days continue to pass, and eventually, while you all are looking around the Aether docks, you will be called upon by a guard. A dude who is wearing a lion's head tabard, is wearing bright reds, yellows, and whites. He holds a spear. He's got a little tassel on his spear. He's got a hat, which has like 2 feathers pointed out of it. He says, "Hello, are you rare-ass Traco? How do you pronounce your name, good sir?"
Rare ass.
Just call me Trakos.
Mr. Tracos, I have a blah, 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 and he pulls out a scroll for you.
Thank you.
And then he stands awkwardly, waiting for you to open it and read it.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna hold it for a second. Like make it really awkward, and then I'll turn and I'll open it. Just like
you find
stand there
seal
staring at him for a minute with the scroll in my hand, like, okay. And then it's just silence.
Yeah. You look at the seal. The wax that has been printed in is the symbol of your soul binding chaperone, the Stormfire Marshal.
Alrighty, what does it say? I break the seal. Oh, I pop the seal.
Open up the letter, and it gives you an address to arrive at. There is no further explanation. There is no details. It says, go to this address.
Okay. I guess.
You tell your team?
Yeah. Let's go.
I assume so.
We have somewhere to be.
Sir, okay.
I'm gonna
looks awkwardly. I was expecting a tip.
Yeah, well, I was gonna give him a tip. I'm gonna.
No, he's a guard.
Fuck you! I'm giving him a tip. Fuck off. As Rarius starts walking away, I'm gonna turn to him and I'm gonna give him like 40 drops and say, "Get a horn if you're gonna make those sounds next time."
He looks at the 4 vials you hand him. I will. He quickly trots off with his little dinky spear. This poor Harold, he's like
fucking
15
tips.
years old. Oh fuck. I assume you head to the address. Apollo, welcome back. You just missed it. The Stormfire Marshal has sent you all a letter.
I'm sorry, I cannot read.
It's fine.
Understand.
It says to go here.
I didn't know either of you could read, so I went to go try and find someone. This is Ted. He can read.
Why, hello, fellas. My name's Ted.
I'm
literate.
So am I.
Okay, thank you very much.
Join our soul binding.
What's that?
This is like the X-Force episode from Deadpool 2. All right, off with you, Ted. Bye.
Call
Leave.
me Theodore. That's what my friends call me. And then he's just gone.
Sorry.
You start looking and asking around about the location of this address. It takes you a very long ass time figuring it out because it is not clear at all. Many people are like, oh, that ward hasn't seen construction in 3 decades. And Hammerhall's older, a century old, right? And it is still being built and refurbished. And going down into the lower quarters, into a great big shadowy canyon, you will find a street and a tower of black stone that is built into the canyon itself. This is quite foreboding, you think to yourself, as you start to see elves or elves. However, Sigmar wants us to pronounce their names so that they can put a legal trademark next to them. Clad in purple plate, chain, and all sorts of reds, pinks, and purple colors. You look upon a coven of hags. That's what they're just called. They're just called hags. Unbelievable.
Fucking space witches. Let's go.
I wish they were in space.
I feel like all of the cool people we're meeting are from space. Maybe we should go to space.
Can you breathe void?
What is that?
Exactly. We can't go to space.
Fair enough.
You should just yes, okay. You're the smartest dumb person I know. Love you.
Thank you.
All right. Are we ready to go talk to the daughters of Cain?
Oh.
Oh god, if they wake up Kane, I swear to god I'll kill so many witches.
They're your allies, sir. You
I
can
don't
kill
care. Fuck Kane.
You used to be a fucking Eldar player. I remember now.
I've never played Eldar. Orcs. Orcs and Space Marines, boy.
You said you had an Eldar army.
No, I've never owned an Eldar army.
Oh my god, I'm getting gaslit in real time.
I don't know who told you those lies,
Okay.
but it's blasphemy. Raven Guard,
Let's
baby.
talk about Cainites for a moment, fellas.
Cain.
Guys, Cain is a god of murder. He is an elven god. He is all about slaughtering. He has many overlaps with Coron, including just like a naming convention. But it's a little bit more mysterious than that. A little bit ritually. Coron loves murder. Totally fine with it. And killing, great. But the Cainites are a little bit more stealthy, a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more magical. They have sorceresses and witches and witch elves, as they are known. The brides of Cain. They also love their skull motifs, much like Cornites do. But they're showing showsmanship rather than... they prefer showsmanship over effect of just killing people. So as you head up to this gate where an executioner stands, a ritualist warrior who cuts people's heads off in brutal acts of murder, staring at you all through his own metal mask, very similar to Trakos' own, just this one of a different god, I suppose. A note about these guys is they're like a head and a half shorter than Trakos. I guess thinner than Braga. Actually, you all just sort of dwarf him in either width or height right now, since the Branch Witch is also kind of tall. The Executioner looks at you.
May we help you? I mean, hello. Can you help us? I'm sorry,
Fucking bug, he says, looking at a gnat that's flying in his fucking face.
He's standing there all serious, and there's just this single little tiny fly just sitting around his face.
Yeah. It can smell all the blood and gore that it has washed off. What do you want from the children of Cain?
We've been sent here. That is all.
After you say that, a window far above the canyon creaks open, and you hear this strange wail that is, and then cuts out immediately. And just, Montefius, let them in, dumb fuck! And apparently this guy named Martin turns to look at you after glancing at the window. His expression does not change, for it is hidden behind a visor. But
I feel the same.
Slowly opens the metal gate he is guarding.
Single
Please
moment.
follow me.
Bro fist. Continue.
Yeah, this executioner, this guy who just kills people with a great big two-handed sword. You know, Trakos, this guy, Martin may be based. He may be legit. He could be your new best friend.
I found my soulmate. He's my best friend right here.
Is Martin also in a daughter of Cain?
He is one of their male servants.
Okay.
They are matrilineal, I believe is the term. Their women run the show constantly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a thing that happens.
It's a lore thing for elves because long wars.
You know, let's just say that Cain was a player. He really, really liked the finer sex.
I mean, elven booty is sought after, so yes.
He leads you into the gate. A different slave or vassal shows up to like close the gate because, once it's open, it's not his problem anymore. And he says, "Please follow me Don't draw your weapons. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna decide.
I'm just like walking with this great scythe in one hand.
Yeah, he doesn't care. It's fine. Yeah, Martinithius, as he is actually called, walks you up to this stone tower. Very ritualesque, carved. Artisans have had their hand in this creation of this dark stone monument. And as he climbs up the Saruman-esque stairs, leads you through a door which Trakos has to, like, side shuffle into for... Well, hell, even Braga has to slide shuffle into, because it is meant for elves. You all are in a very fine, bougie, beautifully artistic interior. Rugs of all sorts of different fleshy creatures line the walls. There are many stuffed heads of humanoids that are comically staring down upon you. Some even of the odorous variety. Humans, other elves, even the classic Juwarden with an eye patch, and like a cigar that has been like stuck into its mouth. The Cainite guy does not seem to flinch or care about this at all, nor does he care about your opinions as he continues to lead you through the interior. Here you will find many sorts of cool things you've never seen before. None of you have. As you climb up the steps, passing by a chamber that just has a massive cauldron filled with blood where a grot has been beheaded and is just sort of held over by a different executioner. You will find a library of sorceresses who just stare, watching Braga the most, because she, for some reason, is the most, like, eye-catching. Kalara, you stare upon a strange potion or alchemical lab that has plants of very strange poisonous things you see just sort of growing. Like, some of these plants you would not even, like, allow to foster within Gyra of how toxic they are. But as the tour briefly ends, you all come to a landing. A balcony of sorts, where a sorceress is waiting for you, clad in blacks, wearing bikini armor, the ultimate male fantasy. She stares at you with a staff in one hand and a chalice of what is clearly blood in the other, which she is either drinking or pretending to drink. Martinithius, we're not supposed to enter here. Get the fuck out, dude. And he quickly turns around on his heel and flees the room. Soul binding. I greet you. You were saying something, Apollo_Nick, but then you put something in your mouth.
Yes, it's gummy watermelons. They're very sour.
Oh.
Thank you for the treats, Miss. What was your name?
That is a great question. I'm trying to find it right now. What name should she have, guys? I'm getting really tired of this fucking bug.
That is the story of my life. There's
True.
always one tiny fucking fly flying around my screen. You'd think nicotine would kill it, but this cunt is resilient.
I understand. Where are my name generators?
Where are my name generators?
I'll come up with one. Give me a sec.
You wanna come up with one?
We'll
I
have
found it. Cool.
elf name.
Distinguishing features. Names! Elf names!
What level of elf is she?
What level of elf?
So high elf, wood elf.
A dark elf, I guess?
Oh, okay. One of those evil cunts. Let's go with... why would you just mix...
I found one if you wanted.
Go for it.
My name is Kryla. No, that's a dumb name. Let's just go with Kryla for now.
Ooh, Miss
We'll
Kryla.
save titles. I'm feeling quite casual today.
John, I'm just imagining that the, like, we just came, I guess, a week ago, so it's been a little while for us, but, like, the familiar scent of, like, iron or metal is...
Blood.
Yeah, blood is hanging in the air.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think Kalara, for, like, the first time, is, like... no, I think ever since she's gotten to this god-awful realm, has just kind of, like, scowled. Had just the look of a scowl on her face. And I think she finally got used to this world, and now that look has returned to her face. And she's doing her best to hide it.
You do so, staring at this literal woman holding a cup of blood, a goblet of blood, if you will. What are your names? The good marshal has not introduced you to me yet.
Since we're being casual, Braga.
Nice to meet you, Braga.
Rarius Tracus. Just call me Tracus.
Dracos. I didn't know your kind had names.
I was once
Thought you were all
alive.
titles.
I have no title.
How unfortunate. And you, Sylvaneth?
I am Kelp Mistress Kalara.
I see. Interesting.
It is.
You do make a queer bunch, don't you? Tell
Only
me,
on
how's your
Wednesdays.
adventuring gone so far?
Well,
Well enough, I suppose. We've been around to a couple of places around the land. Most recently, the Titan Works.
Yes, I heard. Something lizard, and she, like, turns to your side, Tracos, where your skink is just, like, still hugging your ass, essentially. Just using you as a shield.
it's just, oh, hello. Hola.
Oh! I can always smell a
Adventuring.
slave, she says, staring at the skink for a moment. You're not supposed to be here either. You weren't invited into the soul binding, were you? And the skink just looks at her and then speaks out lizard Spanish. And she looks to you all and asks if any of you speak Seraphon.
I'm working on it.
I see. Well, if you manage to figure out what the fuck he's saying, I'd love to hear a translation of it. Seems they can understand us just fine, though. Isn't that right, Mr. Lizard?
I don't think he does. It's a lot of gesturing.
I see. Anyway, you're probably wondering why your Gucci gamer, the Stormfire Marshal, has sent you my way.
You have his Gucci Glock.
I do have his Gucci Glock. Among other
Called
things. With a wisp of magic. Mr. Kalara. No, Miss Kalara. You're a female tree, I think.
She like snaps to attention as she's like taking out a little notebook and writing down the words Gucci and Glock in a little notebook with next to like a long list of other words.
Yeah.
Yes.
The door to the balcony briefly opens with this wisp of a miraculous motion. Braga, you sense no magic in the air. Kalara, you see no spell has been cast. This is the biggest waste of miracle juice known to man, just opening a door. And as she quickly stands up, come, there are spies who I wish to hear our introduction. Looking down over the balcony. before quickly darting inside. Come on, let's go. Into the sanctum, let's
All
go,
right.
move it.
Yeah, Brago's gonna follow for sure.
Yeah, I follow behind because I'm the biggest.
Maybe it's time to actually get to serious business after all this casual Gucci gamer bullshit that he's been talking about
The
so
door
far.
slammed shut physically. After a brief moment, you are now within a reliquary of sorts. There are shelves with little knickknacks and collectibles from all sorts of things, including, heretically, symbols of the chaos gods that are bound in chains of cold iron. I am an ally of Sigmar. I once worked in Azir on my god's behalf. Okay, how we miss you. The Stormfire Marshal, whatever his true name is, has told me about your entrance into Kavul and out into the world. You are good doers of good and pursuers of evil, correct?
Yes.
Or are you a little bit more nefarious than I have been let on to believe?
Accurate enough.
Who has been talking to you about us?
Oh, don't worry about that. But when three people who should not be working together are in fact crossing racial lines, as they say, many eyes are directed towards you. And let us just say that Hammerhall is not as safe as we all like to think it is. There are many agents within this city's shadowed streets, and many have been following you.
That must be
One of my
Urgold.
shades, for instance, has as well. He's been spying on you. He's quite funny of a guy, honestly, if you get to meet him.
You cruel person. How boring of an existence that would be following me around.
Yes, it's quite terrible. But you know, whatever he finds fun, I suppose. He's only been doing it for 2,000 years. Ugh.
He should
God,
get a
imagine
hobby.
following people around for 2,000 years. You'd think he'd get something better to do, or have an ambition or something. Either way, I hear you're heading to Brightspear. Is that the case, or seeking travel?
That is true.
You will not find any Carodrons going there for quite some time. They've had a bit of a problem over there recently. Something about trade tariffs or insults or... Braga, what do your people call the trade relationship cutoffs of... I don't know. I don't know what you weird Dwarden do. You'd think if you're enemies with someone, you'd want to keep them close rather than refuse them, economically sanction them. That's what it's called. Sanction. Ugh.
I don't know what kind of nonsense those Air Dwarden get up to.
Yes, the Sky Dwarves. How dare she call anyone a dwarf? Braga. What an insult. Either way, I hear you're heading to Brightspear, and you need transportation? Can I ask what is drawing you there? What can I report back to your handler? Your divine surrogate father? I don't know. Your relationship with the big old Marshal, but he will ask questions on why you're leaving Hammerhall.
You can tell Daddy Marshall. I mean,
Daddy, I mean... Sorry, Daddy. I mean...
Mommy Marshall?
Sugar Mommy Marshall. For as much racial line crossing as you would believe we do, I have some business with some of my own kin. some who've been on an island out that way for quite some time.
While we're there, we'll sort out whatever shenanigans are going on. Bring some stabilization.
Well, there are many shenanigans, as you might call them. A Dwarden, a fire slayer from Haish, has recently gone there. I'm sure one of you is familiar with this character.
Certainly.
With his Caradron captain friend, causing problems.
He has a
She stares at
Caradron
you,
captain
Braga.
friend?
Say that again, Nick.
He's friends with a Caradron captain?
You saw him with one. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
it
you
doesn't mean they're
remember, but My
friends.
spies did.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're friends. I'm sure you have seen me with a Caradron, but I am no friend.
Well, perhaps the words mean different within our home tongues. Associate. Regardless of their relationship or marital status, if you wish to know that, they're causing problems. Hunting down a sacred beast or some nonsense. A phoenix. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Don't
We've.
fuck with burning birds.
Oh wait, no, I don't think we've heard a rumor about that, have we?
No. We don't have
I'd
spies.
heard that he was looking for such a thing, but no further information.
Well, either way, they have now sanctioned the entire Barak, whatever the fuck Caradron is, for bringing such a rapscallion to their city. The elves of Brightspear are long-lived and protective folk, especially of the beast that kept them safe for so long. I would hate to imagine you are going there to piss them off even further, or maybe... She's like truly giving you the eyebrow now, Braga. Do you want to piss them off? Does the War of the Beard mean anything to you, Braga?
The War of the
probably
what?
Not. Oh, it's before your time, I assume.
Can I make some kind of lore check for that?
Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah, I love rolling dice.
Something, a beard to sing songs about for 20 turns at a time? Damn.
All right,
Give me all
what
the
kind
sixes
of...
you got.
Come on, ace it, baby. Every die.
Oh, no successes. You think
Close,
for a
though.
time. A war of a beard. That sounds really stupid. If there was a war over a beard, you'd have heard about it for sure.
Yeah, the only beard worth being concerned about is Grimnir's beard.
No, I think there's some sort of female character in history that was Grimnir's. Grimnir had his beard, and then he had his beard. So I think it was fought over her.
Braga, you may enable PvP if you wish. How dare this tree talk about your god this way?
Don't worry, I'll turn your scythe into a pile of metal at your feet.
Good. Well, if you're not wishing to be rapscallions with the elves, and you're not after a phoenix, is it just speaking with tree people? Really? That's it? That's all you're doing? It's really boring, don't you think?
Miss
Do
Kryla,
what you gotta do.
your agent who's been following us may be...
Please, it's Mrs. I'm married to Cain. Get it? I'm a bride of Cain.
Forgive me, I'm not quite familiar with all of the niceties and pleasantries, but your agent may be funny, but if he was unable to inform you the kind of straight shooters we are, then he may not be a very good agent after all. I'm afraid to say.
Well, you know, he did warn me you were pretty straight shooters.
Oh,
That's why I got the Glock and everything for you all. Oh, well. It's fine. I got Millman with that one.
Listen, I just wanted to go to Hollow Heart, but Metal Man here said, like, lightning was bad for his skin or something. I don't know.
What? They don't have skin. They're made of armor. Look at them.
Maybe that's the point, is that the armor is their skin, and so it's bad for their skin?
Their god is the god of lightning. He's called the Thunderer, for Christ's sake. I mean, wait.
Listen, I'm not the one that said it, okay?
Fair.
Degrading really quickly into chaos.
You know, disorder's not such a bad thing. She's joking. He says with you, Drax.
so
Just actual heresy before you, just not giving a single shit at all.
Stone cold, right? Like, just looking forward.
Mrs.
Don't cut it down.
Mrs. Kryla, you'll have to forgive me. Were we sent here by the Stormfire Marshal to answer your questions, or is there anything you could do to help us?
Well, that's what I was trying to investigate just now, if I could help you. But it seems like you're off on your own quest, looking for a lost tribe of tree people. I thought you would be interested in, say, a certain chaos sorcerer running around everywhere, collecting magical artifacts and items from every faction known to us.
I interrupt her.
If you're off looking for trees, then...
I interrupt her. What do you know about the sorcerer?
Oh. Honestly, I thought you forgot about him and why you joined this little group.
No, not at all. He was involved in our first mission together down to the place south of here that I've forgotten the name of.
One day you'll remember.
Oh, let me just flip.
Only just a handout in your notes.
Well, I have my own notes here, you see. I only just learned how to write so I could work with this. Nope, not Glade. Nope, not that.
And you, Trakos. I assumed you'd be looking for your traitor brethren, who wandered off into the wasteland. I didn't realize you cared so much for tree people, looking for... flowers? What do you guys even make? She briefly asked Alara.
I'm sorry, I was looking at my notes. It said Kavul was the name of the town where we got bamboozled by the sorcerer.
Yes, it seems like everyone and their mother is capable of tricking you. It's quite sad.
That's why most of the things you said so far have just been bullshit rambling.
Yes.
So.
And if it's not just going to be bullshit rambling and going to include insults, maybe we should take our leave. But if there's information you have on the sorcerer, I would have it now.
Yes. Apparently he was last spotted in the Prismaticos and had something to do with the storm that is now approaching. Hallowheart, I believe?
I'll look at Braga and Trakos.
I didn't think it was moving.
Well, storms are hard to predict, but they certainly move.
I'm gonna go up here to the cloud and just gonna... Oop, I need to grab the whole thing at once, apparently.
Apparently.
Boop.
But don't get that red circle.
Boop, 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 boop. It's moving! It's moving!
It sure is. The Searing Sea does create quite cold winds that head into the interior. It's only a matter of time before it goes over Hallowheart and drowns the poor people there.
Sounds like a niche them.
Trakos, Braga, my brethren, my kin, at nope, not Hallowheart, at Brightspear can wait. They've been there for many, many years and aren't going anywhere. But if the sorcerer that stole the artifact from my people, as well as the one from the people we were trying to help, he may be gone by now. He may still be there. There may be clues that might wash away soon. Maybe we should head to the Prismaticos instead.
Sounds good.
At the
A
very
lot
least,
easier to get there.
At the very least, on our way towards Brightspear.
Seems awfully out of the way if we were going to Brightspear, but would there
Some would say
even
a
be
different
anyone?
direction altogether?
Would there even be anyone stopping in Prismaticos? We'd need to.
Well, there are the loyal Stormcasts. You know, I didn't think any of them could fall to chaos, but what do you know?
They haven't fallen, just lost their path. We can't fall to chaos.
Is that so?
You
Very much
continue
so.
to insult us. Needling at
I
our...
haven't said any insult onto you.
Haven't got there yet.
We've
Good time.
We've been looking for transportation to take us to our next adventure. Is this something you could help us with your connections?
It could, indeed. But, what's it saying? Never give a homeless man a free meal? Is that what the saying is? I don't know.
Why would you not give a homeless person a free
I will have
meal?
need of you to do something in the future.
Braga, is that one of those favor things?
I don't make vows so general.
What's your question? Your request?
I have not decided yet. Besides, it's not something that will be done on the way, or could be swung by. I am told that you are a mighty party that now has attracted the attention of a Skaven clan known as Eshin or Eshin.
We have?
You wouldn't happen to have
Apparently.
any rat poison, would you?
I do indeed have rat poison. However, this favor will be quite general. And it may not be it may not have instantaneous gratification after it's complete that you are doing good within the world. It may seem quite sinister. Are you wishing to exchange favors?
Go on. Need more detail. Not signing up for anything without knowing.
Well, that's kind of the whole point. Let's just say I'm not going to have any of you clearly identifiable and easily marked people act as assassins to, say, local political figures. But I may have need of brute strength and spells out the ass in the near future.
Okay.
I feel like you know a great deal about us, and we know very, very little about you and
Kind
your...
of the whole spy master. Yeah, that's kind of why. Yeah, that's the point.
How do you serve Hammerhall?
Hammerhall? Oh, I don't care about Hammerhall. I care about the gods themselves. The Bride of Cain.
What
She just starts laughing maniacally.
we
Oh,
also...
but no, seriously. When Slanesh, I believe you guys call them, showed up and, got slapped around by Tyrion and Teclis, I got freed and then, joined them with Malekith, and it's great time, great time. It's where I met Sigmar, back when he was still not sitting on his chair overseeing the war. We all have a invested interest in destroying chaos.
And
I would rather walk to our destination than make an oath so general.
How honest of you.
I'm trying to understand how our interests align before making a promise of how my magic can be used in the future. And I need to know that I can trust that you won't compromise my values in using it if I am to make a promise of its use.
Does Sylvaneth have values aside from survival? Isn't your entire mortal realm infested with plague and rat?
Did you not hear the thing about insults, lady?
If you took that as an insult, your bark is much thinner than I assumed. And she starts like, ha 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 ha! 2 armor, let's make that 1 armor instead. Hoo-hoo. Oh, I got Millman again.
From what I can tell, your greatest interest seems to be your own amusement. So please, take our conversation.
Very grim. If you're not going to have a fun time with it, what's the point of living?
What do you want us to do? This is dragging on too long.
I haven't decided yet. You're asking.
Well, decide. Who asks for a favor?
Hard answer when I can't give you one. Something will come to mind in a moment, but the purpose of exchanging favors is I can provide you something that you don't have access to, and in exchange, you'll do something for me in the future. That's the purpose of a favor.
Yes, but you know what we intend to do with your favor, and we do not understand what you intend to do with the favor you ask of us.
So I am a witch elf. I give out information, and I sell murder to people. And occasionally I use my miracles to aid the forces of order against chaos. Now, all of those things, I think we all do, correct? We use our strength, she points to Trakos, miracles of a god, she points to Braga, or magic to defeat our shared enemies. I'm not gonna have you kill a bunch of babies that you don't even know, alright? Unless you're okay with baby murder, in which case we can talk further. But
I will offer you what you
Got me
ask.
with the baby murders. For fuck's sake. I hope you're not allowed near schools, John. Jesus Christ.
Don't worry about what I'm allowed nearby. Worry about what you're allowed nearby. Sayla certainly isn't around anyway.
I will agree to a favor in the future, as long as the fire marshal himself is amenable to it.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll get his seal of approval and everything prior to deploying you all.
Very well. And
If it comes with his seal of approval, I think that I could be amenable as well.
Dope. She puts down a piece of paper that she has been holding or hiding within a drawer of her desk onto the table. Could you all sign, please? But rather than giving anyone a pen, she gives a stiletto dagger just onto the thing, onto the surface.
I look at her.
You'll
I
notice
look at
my
the
blood
dagger.
already on it.
I rush to the window. Ted!
Ted just spawns.
Oh, there
Does
you
this
are.
have other words on it? Like what's going on with this?
Yeah,
stuff?
you look at a agreement for the exchanging of favors.
Okay.
I'm not physically going to write it out for you, though.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
Okay.
Damn it! I need
I
to read
just,
over this legal disclaimer.
I'm just in character. I'm reading it over. It's very
You
important.
read it over. There's enough vague loopholes where you're like, all right, this is a real contract, and I hate it, but
Norm, I need you to look over this. Roll administer, please. Yeah, we'll sign it.
dope. Tracos, do you prick your thumb or finger?
That not a thing that I can do.
Your neck?
I guess I
Your
just
tongue.
turn away so she can't see my face. It's literally what I was gonna do. Pop the helmet up, stab the tongue, put the helmet back on.
Delicious, she says. As
No.
you shift your helmet up and down. But Braga, do you agree? Ooh.
Yeah. Do I want to do this? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna pull out that blood ritual dagger we got in the first adventure. I'm gonna use that to sign it.
Okay.
The one that
Pulling
opened the
out
vault.
The key. You find that the blood is quickly. You stab your finger and you're like, all right, time to press it down. And, a little bit of blood goes on. But, most of it is on the dagger itself. And this draws Kira's eye, or Kerala. However, Kyra? I forgot already.
Ryla.
You named her.
Ryla.
Fuck, don't
It
ever
doesn't
have
matter what
children.
her name is.
Jesus.
She's a fucking spy master. She doesn't care.
The name's probably made up anyway.
It's totally made up.
She's Kira. She's having us write all of our names in her book right
Oh,
It's a death note, yeah.
now.
Just fucking die.
here you go, John. Aren't all names made up?
True. Names are social constructs. You watch as your blood seeps into the paper that she quickly takes back and just puts back into her drawer. Thank you so much for your agreement. Now let's talk about how we can find you a sorcerer to murder. You love murdering sorcerers, right?
I would like to.
Depends on the sorcerer.
Well,
It's only on a Sunday.
indeed. Unfortunately, we're going to have to finish this meeting next time on Age of Sigmar Soulbound, Sins of Stormfire. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. But it is 11 p.m. our time, which means we have been going for quite some time indeed.
It's 2 p.m. already.
Almost 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to start at 7:30, but someone went to bed too late.
Oh, it doesn't matter if I went to bed late. I'm still sleeping.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, John, and thanks to Coron and Millman for hanging out with us. It was a good time. I have some extended family coming into town next weekend. So I will likely be out next Friday.
Okay.
So I'll confirm and let the three of you know. But we
No
might be
worries.
out next week.
I just find out you're going back to Eric's in Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh, third week in a row. No big deal.
We're family now.
See this room? This is my room. Wait, that's my room. No, it's my room.
No, it's mine.
Millman, what are you up to?
Not a whole lot. I won't lie, one of the boys that I work with, Radek, asked me to play Tarkov, so I've got the heroin addiction again.
Oh no.
I'm already bound to hit level 40 1 week in.
Damn.
just making the shitters look bad. Because I know people and people in my friends list are like level 20 and it's been 4 months. I played for now 2 weeks and I'm already level 40 and I'm like, what have these people been doing? And saying that the hackers have been really bad. It's a great time.
Yeah, I hear the hackers are awful.
It's hilarious watching people aim at you from behind other buildings. Hilarious because you throw grenades at them.
Well, okay. Nick, anything cool on your end?
Persona 4, work, sleep.
Well, okay.
That's my life.
Waste your life in the Persona games. I hear that you can play them forever. Like, it's a life choice. It's a lifestyle to play Persona.
Yeah, I've got like 60 hours in less than 2 weeks in it or something like that. Which, for me, is a lot.
Yeah.
For me at this age is a lot. I would have put that down in like 4 days when I was a kid. But
Uh-huh.
How about you, John?
Dude, nothing, man. I'm just glad to be back playing the board games with the boys. Looking at new stuff, new systems, new everything.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We just ended the fucking sci-fi game at ApolloNik's Among Us channel on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, Birds of the Shore. We just had our post-mortem episode where we just hung out and talked about the show, the characters, the story. It was a good time. I really enjoyed it, and I'm a little glad it's over. Just because
Only a little.
Well, I don't know. I felt proud of what we did. It wasn't, I think, as ambitious as I had hoped, but I've had some life stuff going on. I mentioned in a recent announcement on the Discord server that I'm not going to get into, but I'm happy with what we accomplished. And also in a short amount of time. It was only like a 20 episode season. So yeah. It feels good to have told a beginning, middle, and end and not dragged on and on and on.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Yeah. And working on getting ready for season 3.
Good shit.
Yeah. And then tomorrow, last thing for me, tomorrow I'm building a new computer with my buddy Raleigh.
Oh, cool.
Boy, you need to send me that parts list, boy.
Yes, I will share a parts list and a picture of it when it's done. And the case is gorgeous. I'm really excited about it. So I think that'll do it.
Okay.
No worries.
Guys, thanks so much for watching us whenever you found us. As always, have a wonderful afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And mornings suck, guys. I fucking hate mornings.
I know.
That's like how Garfield hates Mondays. Get us out of here, Nick.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.